Hi there, welcome to Boxing Media Hub, proudly in partnership with Falcon Contracting and Jam's Boxing Chat. I apologise for the 7-minute delay. We was having a little bit of technical difficulties, but it's all sorted now. And we're here for another live prediction of William Zapeda versus Tevin Farmer. This fight takes place on Saturday from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and it's for the WBC interim lightweight title. I'm delighted to have two special guests. I've got Birmingham's finest, Mr. Darren Aston, and my good man, Mr. Neutral. How are you, fellas?
Yep, great.
I'm all right,
Thank you.
Good man, good man. Thank you so much for joining me, mate. So let's dive into this. We've got William Zapeda, 31-0-0. He's got 27 knockouts. The man's a killer. We all know that. We want to see him fight Shakur Stevenson. I believe we might get that in February or March next year, hopefully, fingers crossed. And we've got Tevin Farmer, a bit long in the tooth now, 34 years old. Doesn't sound too old, but he's been through some wars in his time. Very slick boxer. Fights from, very oddly, a southpaw stance, even though he's right-handed. He's a very, very decent individual. But is he really got a chance in this fight? What do you lads think? Let me know what you think. Darren, do you want to go first, brother?
Yeah, I can go first. Well, as you know, everyone knows that Tevin Farmer had like 3 years out of the ring. He come. I think it was between 2020 and 2023. He come back. He had some decent wins, and like you say, he's a pretty decent boxer. I just don't think in this fight he's going to be decent enough because he's coming up against Zapeda, who's a great boxer, massive puncher. I've just always looked at Tevin Farmer as a fighter who sort of like when he's stepped up, he's been found out at the top level. And that's how I've always looked at him. As like you said, and I agree, decent fighter, but I just don't think when he's got to the very top level, he's had enough. He's not the biggest puncher in the world, and he's coming up a great boxer and a great puncher. And as regards to prediction goes, I mean, I would say Zapeda stoppage, but I don't know whether Tevin Farmer will be able to drag the rounds out and maybe it'd be a points win. But I'm definitely expecting a Zapeda win. And if I was going to stick my neck on the line, I'll probably say a late stoppage because I just think at the very, very top level, I think Tevin Farmer falls short.
Yeah, I completely agree, mate, to be honest. But he did take Raymond Murataya all the way to 10. Took him and lost by UD. And I class him as a very, very good boxer at the moment. Very slick individual. He's also lost to the likes of Jojo Diaz. He lost to Jose Pedraza. But he's also beat the likes of Billy Dibb, James Tennyson, John O'Carroll. So he has fought at a very good level. William Zapeda, though, we don't know too much about him. You know, he's not had that many standout fights, has he? You know, he beat Giovanni Cabrera, he's beat Maxi Hughes, he's also beat Jojo Diaz, who beat Tevin Farmer. Doesn't always tell the story, though, does it? You know, beating one doesn't mean he's going to beat next man because styles make fights. So it's a test for Zapeda here for me.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a test. It's not Shakur, it's not Tank, it's not the big names you want to see, but Tevin Farmer will pose a threat to him. Mr. Neutral, what do you think on this one, my brother?
Oh, fascinating fight, first and foremost, Jams. It's a defence of Williams' WBC interim belt. Yes, as you quite rightly said, we wanted the Shakur fight, but yeah, we got this. Tevin Farmer. As you quite rightly said, 34. He's had some good wins in the past, but as Darren quite rightly said, the levels when he's got to that top level, he's failed. And this, I think, is going to be another one, just purely because William Zapeda is a very, very hard puncher. 27 knockouts from 31. He stopped his last 4 or 5. He's on a great run of stoppages. He's lightly raced for 31 fights with 27 knockouts. He's not had no wars, if you like. And I don't expect another one from Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer's won 25 by points. He knows how to win fights, but at 34, I don't think he can withstand that foot planted, heavy hitting, body punch upstairs, back downstairs that William Zapeda does. He's just, if he gets you in the corner, he gets you on the ropes, you're in trouble. The third round, I was watching, quite a few of his fights today, and if he hasn't got you hooked by the third round, he'll get you by the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and he really does possess a cracking combination, hurtful combination of punches, which tends to stop his opponents. But as far as prediction goes, I see Tevin Farmer just basically on the back foot every round of the forward foot Mexican William coming forward. And when he plants those foots and lets them combinations go to the body upstairs, it's punishing. I can't see Tevin lasting 6 rounds.
So you think this will be the 3rd time he's been knocked out in his career then?
Stopped.
Yeah.
Or knocked out.
Yeah, one of the two. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a good fight, mate. And I'm pretty much with you guys. Tevin Farmer, like I said earlier, he's a slick boxer. But I think we all know, well, we all believe. We don't know. You never know anything in boxing. Anything can happen. Look at Andy Ruiz Jr., Joshua. You never actually know what's going to happen. But we believe that William Zapeda is just too big, too strong. Tevin Farmer's at the tail end of his career. Zapeda's going to get the KO, in my opinion. He's going to get it. He'll catch him. He'll catch him slipping. He'll try and run for the first, like you said, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 rounds. He will get caught. He will tire. And William Zapeda Segura will get this knockout. That's my opinion. Darren, you got anything else to add to this, mate?
I was just going to say, if you look at the preparation for Tevin Farmer for Zapeda here, apart from his last fight, there's not really a great lot of preparation, you can say, for stepping up to the level of what he's stepping up now. I mean, I was saying about the inactivity he had for like 3 years. I was right from 2020 to 2023. He wasn't in the ring, and Zapeda is just an active fighter. Fights 2, 3, 4 times a year. And yeah, I don't think the preparation, apart from the last fight, which he was unanimous decisionally beaten, I don't think the preparation's been very good for him at all here. So yeah, like neutral, I can see probably a stoppage, but I would probably just say a bit later than.
You think he'll duck and dive and run a little bit, just
I think
survive?
Yeah, I think he might drag. Yeah, I mean, I think he might drag some of the rounds out, but I think he will be on the back foot. Just simply activity, not enough preparation for the type of caliber of fight he's going in for here.
Yeah, that's fair. Let me just run through a couple of comments, lads, and then we'll get through this. AFC always has said, Jam, Darren, Mr. Neutral, big up to yourself, matey. Thank you for coming through. Hawkhan's Ringside Live. Love the new name, Mr. Johansson. It's a fantastic name for your channel. He said, big up, Jan, Darren, and Mr. Neutral. And he's also said, Al Cameron stops Tevin Farmer inside 4 rounds. It's a fair shout, mate. And he said again, El Cameron.
I agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. So let's say, obviously, we're making presumptions here that he does knock out Tevin Farmer or just beats him convincingly. Is that Shakur fight going to happen early next year, do you believe? William Zapeda against Shakur Stevenson. Will we get to see that fight?
I believe so.
I think we've got to. I would like to think so. And I just think what route do they go next? I think that fight's got to happen next.
It's got to happen on a Riyadh season card as well.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, they're both going to want paying handsomely to risk their O's. They're going to want to be paid handsomely.
If William, if William dispatches Tevin in quick style manner, I could see him be thrown in on the February card somewhere.
Yeah,
that would be good. And the only way it's going to happen, like you was correctly saying, is if Turkey puts his hand in his pocket again. That's the only way we're going to see on them cards.
It's the only way we see any of them big fights anymore, Darren, isn't it, mate? To be honest, because I'm not being disrespectful to boxing. It doesn't generate that much money outside of Turkey putting it on and paying a little bit out of his own pocket. You know, we would never have seen Beterbiev Bivol unless he put that on. He lost millions on that card. He lost millions of pounds on that card. You know, but he put it on because he's a boxing fan.
The only alternative to that is when it's off Riyadh season, and that won't be till May next year. I can't see them delaying that kind of fight for too long because they'll want to get Shaq involved in other fights. Eddie will be keen to get him moving once his injuries is, and I believe it's nearly healed, if not healed. So
the hand injuries.
Yeah, so it's important that they get him back in the ring early next year.
Yeah, Hawkins made a good point. He said it could be on the Matchroom versus Golden Boy 5v5. Shakur against William Zapeda.
Yeah,
that'd be good. And DJ
Pat, I think that's the plan.
DJ.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that is, mate. And they said that is the fight in February, Shakur versus Zapeda. Deal
That's
almost
what we
done.
like. Yeah, I think it's got to be. It's got to be.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't disagree, and I'd love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. I think we need to find out what Shaq's all about. You know, people keep saying he's boring, and I've said it myself. You know, his fights do put you to sleep at times, but only because of how good he is.
Yeah.
You know, we're not dissing him saying like, oh, he puts us to sleep because he's no good. It's because he's so good, it just gets mundane watching it at times. A bit like we did with Floyd. You watch
he's
him
a-
do all that shoulder rolling, he's so slick. It's just not entertainment. It's the finer art of boxing. It's beautiful to watch, but after 3 or 4 rounds, you just think, come on, man, get involved in a bit of a mix-up. Let's see some action. You know,
We need
and
to see
against
what both.
Zapeda, he will have to do that. He will have to at one point mix it up, and we'll find out whether he's for real.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with that statement?
We need to see what both of them are about, really. I mean, like, are we going to learn too much this weekend from Zapeda stopping Tevin Farmer?
No.
So we need to see what Shaq's about. We need to see what Zepeda's about as well. That's the fight that's got to happen, and the only way is going to be like a Riyadh season card or something like that. But we need to see what both of them are about, because like we're not going to learn a lot from Zapeda stopping Tevin Farmer.
That's so true, mate.
Yeah.
That is so true, so true. Right, before we go to the end of the show, lads, just want to give a shout out to Darren's new channel. That's on YouTube. It's a fantastic channel, mate, already. He's only done 1 video, but believe me, just the intro will get you hooked. It's called Sir Chat A Lot of Boxing. Make sure you head over there and hit it up. Hit the subscribe button. Get behind Mr. Aston. He's Birmingham's finest for a reason. He's been a part of boxing media for a while.
Absolutely.
He also does Last Bell. He's a real gentleman. So please do subscribe over there. And Mr. Neutral, he needs no introduction. We all know who the voice of boxing is. The new Jim Watt of boxing commentary, all the way from Scotland. So make sure you follow him on X and all his other socials. Right, on that note, lads, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with you tonight on Boxing Media Hub. Absolutely. And we'll have you both back soon, I hope. God bless everyone. Everyone take care. We'll see you all soon.